What's up, Fronto family? Back at it again with part 2 of Cancel Court. Let's get right into it.
Indecent exposure, huh?
Mr. Capone, please step forward and present your evidence, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Hey, how y'all doing? Heckle and Jekyll.
Jesus.
I love you, Judge.
Thank you.
Ronnie Cochran, is it?
No, Ronnie Cochran.
Johnny's nephew. Listen, man, I'm finna prove with facts, dates, history, that the 90s, the grimy 90s.
The grind.
Easy. I'll wait. He embarked on something called stupidity. Being dangerous and stupid is two different things. Now, listen, I taught Pac how to do this.
Tell that story. What?
Tell that story. The Watusi.
Them other
Pac was
Watusi.
gangster. They got this unarmed African American, these off-duty police officers stole guns. They stole the guns. They was out killing people, black people. Tupac didn't know this person. He just drove by, and Pac jumped out the car and got to busting. Didn't know they was police. That's the 90s. Right now, you niggas would've tried to pull his pants down and suck his dick. I don't know.
Your Honor, I object. Boo is a rapper that died in the 90s.
Like, listen. And see, the reason, and I'm glad you put that up. I was there in the grimy 90s. I was from the #1 crew in the area. West Side Neck Gang. Bing me bang.
Bing, bing, bang.
Bing me bang.
Bing, bing, bang.
Because you can bet that I'm a vet, that I can dance underwater and not get wet. See, when we was out there bang banging and doing stuff, actually was in an all boys dormitory. The 90s, let me tell you, so we had a riot. Y'all didn't have no riot. We had a riot in 92. We called it an uprise. The music did it. It was more days. We said, fuck the police. You niggas say Laffy Taffy. we lived, you know, so we lived our thing, but guess what? It wasn't stupid. Because this era is stupid. I got my phone, nigga, come kill me right now. I'm on 356 block 11. I got a red shirt on. Come kill me. Cause y'all ain't dangerous. Y'all wanna be famous. First it was the Littles. Lil Wayne, Lil Booty, Lil Doobie, Lil
Booty?
Duval. I don't know the Littles.
Who's
Lil Overdose, Lil this, Lil that. Now it's the babies. Now we got the babies. Lil baby, infant baby, baby, Lil baby, somebody baby, lost baby.
What'd y'all have, MC? DJ?
Thank you.
Objection.
Mr. Capone, thank you for your evidence. You may take a seat.
He forgot where he was.
Boo Capone was born to be a public defender. Cancel Court will be right back.
Mr. Walker.
Your Honor, I'm not gonna let a man with feet of a bad bitch sit here and tell me about the baby and men sucking dick in the parking lot. I didn't even know off-white came in women's size.
Mr. Walker, one more outburst, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. Are we clear?
Okay.
Let him have his point. He gave you your time to speak. Calm down, you will have a chance
Your
to
Honor,
get back
Your
up.
Honor,
Please
this
continue.
man didn't have the decency to bring a sideburn into court, not barely some eyebrows.
You look like you just left the set of the Ewoks.
Costume
still on.
I was born in the 80s, Your Honor. I have no idea. I have no idea
You
what
know
an Ewok is.
are.
LeVar looks like he's being his grandson for Halloween. Now, can I say this?
So it looks like you need his grandson, Father. Can I tell you something?
Mr. Cloud, do you have any rebuttals to what you heard?
Absolutely. I'm glad you asked, Sir Judge. So, 90s, what did I just hear? Some weird things were said, East Coast versus West Coast. Let's talk about, I don't know, numbers. Huh? I get it. There was some crazy stuff going on in the 90s. 25 rappers were murdered this year. Notable rappers, quote unquote notable, this is just from a website, that died in the 90s. About 12. We want to stick to a decade? Let's take the 2010s. About 21 rappers, not to mention all of the rappers that were just about to blow up. Let's go back to, I don't know, Chicago. A 16-year-old kid starts rapping, changes the whole face of music. This rapper went by the name of Chief Keef. Started drill music, all right? Now we have an era of the most realest rap niggas I've ever seen in my life. Because you gotta think, in the 90s, these rappers were just rapping what they big homies were doing. The dudes in the shadows, the real killers, the real drug dealers. Now you got niggas in Jacksonville, niggas in Atlanta. They are rapping literally what they just did outside.
Yes, sir.
Niggas will kill somebody and then rap about it, talking about who they did it, when they did it, you know, the dates, the people, what they were wearing. There's nothing on these papers that you guys are siphoning through. Y'all got nothing. Social media, niggas are dying over Twitter, over Instagram lives, over just showing what story they at. Social media gives you full access to a rapper, whereas in the 90s, you didn't have that. And you also had a bunch of rappers that were just rapping what their homies were doing because, I'll give it to you guys, they were moving a little smarter. But now you got rappers that will kill somebody, run from the police, and drop a song called The Race.
Objection, Your Honor. That's my point. That's not dangerous. That's stupid.
The point is, which one was more dangerous? Doesn't matter if you're in a stupid situation, doesn't matter if you're being smart. What's more dangerous?
Dangerously stupid.
Dangerously stupid. Forget the violence, because violence is hard to copy. If you're not from the streets like that, you can't just hear Young Thug talk about killing somebody and go out and do it, right? But what about the stuff that is copyable? Pills? Lean? You got these niggas shitting on themselves. People don't tell you that. Lean makes you boo-boo on yourself. Those rappers don't talk about that side of things, do they?
They don't.
Mr. Cloud, is this a personal experience?
Yeah.
I've never done lean.
Molly,
I'm just sleepy.
Percocets.
Yeah.
Nothing really made me shit on myself. You know what I mean? But I don't be popping pills like that. I don't be doing the lean. It's dangerous. You got rappers dying of liver failure. Liver failure! You two cups away. I see the gut.
That's a baby elephant. You want to hold his trunk?
What? Your Honor, sexual assault.
It's not a gun. It's not a stomach. It's not a stomach.
Hit the thing. He just told me to grab his dick.
Mr. Capone, have a seat. One more outburst.
My bad. I'm
That
sorry, man.
bullshit ass suit. You know what I'm saying? You got the sheer numbers. Rappers are actually dying more than
sir.
they are in the 90s.
Yes, sir. And we got sideburns.
Thank
We
you.
do have sideburns.
Right, we do.
I'm just gonna roll with my
Yeah.
with my homie on that one. I didn't get it. It's kind of weakened my argument a little bit.
Just throwing it out there.
Mr. Cloud, I would like to read something. This is from a legendary rapper named Jay-Z from his famous song, Dead Presidents. And I would like to quote this and make sure this goes on record. It says, "I'm here to tell niggas it ain't all swell. There's heaven, then there's hell. Niggas, one day you're cruising in 7, next day you sweating, forgetting your lies. Alibis ain't matching up, bullshit catching up, hit with the Rico. They repo your vehicle, everything was all good just a week ago. About to start bitching, ain't you? Ready to start snitching, ain't you? I'll forgive your weak ass, hustling just ain't you." That quote
poetic.
seems to me, it was poetic. It was a forethought or foreshadow of the future for niggas like Young Thug, niggas like Gunna. A lot of these rappers now, Tekashi 6ix9ine, they're catching RICO cases and racketeering cases at an alarming rate. Could that play into their logic of...
Because they're dangerous.
But let me quote a current artist. You had all that poetic Jay-Z stuff. A current artist. I just killed that nigga last week. I shot him in the face right in front of my street. You got real niggas just telling on themselves.
Jack, you don't
That's
know.
gangster.
Dangerously stupid. But we're not gonna act like niggas from the 90s wasn't snitching too.
We wasn't snitching.
Well, what would you say, Mr. Smith, to rappers who are locked up allegedly? Again, they haven't been they've been charged, but they're not sent away for life. They haven't been given sentencing. What would you like to say from the 90s era, your era, to now how they're being locked up for these RICO cases, racketeering cases, gang cases? It seemed like they still have one foot in the street and they're still trying to change their lives at the same time. Could you talk about that comparison?
my rebuttal?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a little hot still, so bear with us. You're sweating through your shirt, sir.
Problem. Well, I hear what I hear what the prosecution is saying, and that's a good little story you told. A little bullshit, facts or whatever you think. You know, I don't give a fuck about, Your Honor. Bottom line is this: you have local niggas and you have global niggas, nationwide niggas. These new rappers are committing localized crimes.
Murder?
Local.
What the fuck?
90s rappers were a threat to the system. I can give you a federal case right now. The great censorship of 1990. Rappers were being arrested for obscenity at concerts. They were being devoid of their constitutional right to freedom of speech because what they were saying was a threat to the system. These little niggas
What the fuck are we talking
is
about?
only
That's not dangerous.
How's that scarier than murder?
Right.
NWA has been arrested by the FBI at the concert for inciting violence.
I seen the fucking movie.
Dangerous. Somebody typing this? Local niggas versus national niggas. It's a big difference between being local and national. You need gas money to be local.
Jesus Christ.
You need jet money to hop on a plane, leave South Central Los Angeles, fly to Coral Gable, Florida, pack up your bags as Dr. Dre. Who else is in WA?
Who else was in NWA?
Damn, Dr. Dre.
Pack your
well,
bags. Show up to Coral Gable County, Florida.
Local.
Be tailed by local prosecutor Jack Thompson, who was the person that lobbied for the federal obscenity charges that were being filed on all the major gangster rappers in the early 90s. Rally up 100 FBI agents. Wait for a stadium to fill up with 30,000 people who could potentially be swayed by this new dangerous independent thinking. Arrest them all for obscenity.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Now that's gangster.
Now, that's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Gangster.
How is that
That's
dangerous?
not as dangerous two kittens fighting.
Shooting a nigga over a bitch is not dangerous.
Alright, Pronto family. We gonna get at y'all with a part 3.